That is the craziest.
That was the longest throw I think I've ever seen.
Right through the center.
Subsistence hunting with javelins and the Atlatl isn't about hunting trophy animals. It's purely about the challenge and experience of hunting how our ancestors did, even long before the bow and arrow. Whether it's fish or small game or even bigger animals, this short film will show the potential of these ancient hunting implements when being applied and launched from skilled hands. This video is just one weekend's hunt and will eventually be part of a much larger spear hunting project that we'll be working on throughout the summer. That future project will dive much deeper into the builds as well as other hunts like these, especially explaining many artifacts found in the archaeological record. Here at Hunt Primitive, you will quite literally see archaeology in action as we spear hunt our way through free-range, big cattle country here in South Florida. There's a group of hogs on the other side of this solid grass, kind of feeding this way. I try to get vested in close enough. Spear hunting is probably a lot more difficult than most people realize. It gives you a great appreciation for the ancients that did this so long ago. We definitely have been spoiled by the bow and arrow. But you just have to keep after it, take some misses, don't give up, and eventually it'll come together.
Alright, so Vastin's got these. Just simple lap jointed, and then on the other end of the spears, and he's throwing hand thrown like javelins, so we're at least testing that. And then on the other end it's just sharpened wood in case those ones kind of wear out. I would say avoid gar for now.
And rocks.
And rocks, yeah. Yep. And then so he's running those, and then I've got a couple different things to test out, which you guys will see. I've got my normal fishing spears here that have these little cordage, yucca cordage wraps, and that's so I can reach out with this hook at distance. So if it's a deep water or something, I can retrieve them, or cold water, which I don't have to use it today. Just kind of brought it along to show you. And we'll have to explain some more of that later based on this antler hook here. And that's my fishing thrower, but I think we'll explain that at a different time. A lot of folks really wanted to see what this was all about when we did We did one before that had a whole bunch of different prongs and it sucked terrible. And everybody was like, you just need less. It has too much drag. It's not. And I was like, cool. So we made one and it's all legit primitive. So when those joints break, the joints break, but they're lap jointed, wrapped with sinew, coated with pitch. And we're going to see if that's actually really worth it compared to my normal spears, which are lap jointed. And then we have just these little cane barbs. Were really easy to put those together. So, and then of course that's a force shaft that's going to run down into the main shaft. It'll come off. You got to do like a scooping method. There you go. Look at that. He got one with, and I missed it. I was.
That's one of the smaller ones.
Yeah, right with the bone one. It works though because it also wedges up because they're tapered. See, yep, that worked out really good. Oh yeah, see, look at all the little ones there. Huh, that seemed to work out pretty good, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Guess the Javelin style works good. I got barbs on mine too. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, that's a nice tilapia right there. Yeah, it's a nice tilapia. Missed that one by a mile. Oh, that was so close. It's murky for as shallow as it is. It's
all got murked up.
yeah, especially if it wants to sit there.
Oh, I got it.
You got him?
I got a big carp.
Really?
Yeah. Right through the head.
Nice.
Look.
Yep, I see. You did. You got a big old carp on that. Hope he doesn't come off.
Well, there's nothing I can do right now.
You want to go in and get him? He could run through that shallow. There you go. Yeah, hook that side. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Just like scoop them when you pick it up. Just leave that on. There you go, stick them good. Nice. With the javelins. Bone pointed javelin, no barbs. But it wedges up because of that taper. That's a pretty good little system, isn't it? To hold that big old carp on. That's a nice carp. So close.
See any more over here?
You see them coming in and out. They're not terribly like wanting to leave. They just want to be at the top.
I wonder where the hell that carp went. There's 100% to it.
Got that one.
Oh, nailed that one.
Nailed that one. Definitely nailed that one. I'll get my retriever. It's got barbs on it. Should be fine.
Yeah.
That one should have been on camera too. Oh yeah, he's done. Look at that toast. There it is. See? Look at that. How sandy is that? How handy is that? That's pretty cool right there. Hmm?
Quite missing.
Yeah, look at that, guys. Hopefully you saw that. Retrieved it on that. So that's got that one with the barb on it. Don't need the barb. Stuck right in perfect. I got a little one on accident.
Yeah, you did.
It was next to it, but that big one was there.
That thing just floated that fish like that.
Yeah. I need you to try to get one.
Okay. If I must, I will.
The 3 prong. Look at them, nice tilapia down here. Plenty of them. Dude, oh man, you hit it. That thing jumped in the air. You got him, didn't you?
Sure thought so.
I saw it wiggle. Unless it just didn't penetrate enough, but I saw it wiggle. I was certain he got it. You did. You got him, didn't you? Don't let it get off. Oh, that's a nice tilapia. Wow. Hey, that one seems to work, partner. I guess that one works too, doesn't it?
I guess.
Look at that. That's a nice tilapia there. Shoot, yeah. Now I gotta take a picture of that. Man, you are good at this spear hucking. I said that. Messed it up, yeah. See, that thing works. I don't know. I don't
like
think that
throwing
there's.
it as much.
I don't think there's any benefit to it over your single. I just saw one there. You see it?
Yeah, barely.
I don't think that there's much benefit. Maybe on some smaller ones that are harder to hit, but you hit them just fine with a single prong. And it's a lot of work to make one of those. I don't know how it would hold up if you hit one of them big carp though.
Probably not very well.
No. It did certainly work. But despite working, you still would rather switch, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Hey, everybody, more isn't always better.
That's right.
Sometimes simplicity wins the day. You got to get out there and try it for yourself and decide what you like. And if you had to make that, all primitive tools. See one? There you go. Sound like I hit a rock. I don't know either. Definitely doesn't cut the water like a single one.
Oh.
We lose one? Yeah, that's what happens. It is what it is. That's part of the testing. You got to get out there and do some tests on it.
Are we done with it now?
Yeah, you can be done with it now. Say, a lot of work. It's a whole fancy idea. You put all this stuff together. It's all this composite. Guys like to overcomplicate stuff. But your other spears, single point and work over and over and over. Wedges the fish up on. No problem. No losses, right? With your other spears. Nope. Oh, you got that one, didn't you?
That was a wood side.
Yeah, I think you hit it. Well, I know you hit it. I just don't know if it's on there, but that was the wood side.
It's on there.
It's on there, huh? You got it with wood. All right. Well, huh? Ah, that's the problem though. Now what's gonna happen? Out there.
Oh, I'm talking about the fish. Oh,
Smoked that one.
shot.
I had plenty of time on that one.
Here, hold on, I'll grab it. I gotta go out here.
Yeah, I think that one turned out pretty good on camera. That's a nice one too. Yeah, yeah. Barbs helped a little on that one, but I hit it right in the dang head, so. Pretty good couple hours of fishing there. Even got a couple more we haven't picked up yet. Got some long javelins there that Vastin was throwing. Then I was throwing the Atlatl. Worked out real good. That one's a little quicker. Is he still sitting there? Huh? Do you think you can get your spear back in time?
Rabbit hunting with spears or the Atlatl is obviously pretty difficult. Rabbits are pretty darn quick. In fact, they're
Gone before it was there.
just too quick to hunt with the javelins. You have to kind of throw at them when they're not looking at you, and that's pretty tough to do. Very tough to hit. The Atlatl, it gets there quite a bit quicker. It's still pretty tough, but it's definitely doable.
Got that one. Definitely got that one. Yeah, that tore him up pretty good though. All right, so this is just a simple representation trying to show the difference between the Atlatl and the Javelin. So we'll start up real close, which is a lot, you know, I can't throw the Atlatl in a big confined area. So I mean, obviously we're wide open here, I can throw it, but if we were in the palmettos or something, that's exactly where that's going to come in handy. So he can start throwing from there, and then we'll just show accuracy and distance and flight characteristics as you start to move back. That's pretty good. You want to take another one?
I can.
And this is kind of starting to get a little bit far for him. Yep, so that works. That's still pretty good.
Fix it
You can, if you want to.
Oh, you broke the target.
Now, of course, my accuracy is going to decrease the further back I go too. But this kind of, you start getting about 20. That's a long throw. You're going to see some major differences just in what happens. So, is it plausible? It's plausible, but that was a pretty good throw. But I don't reckon it would have hit on target. Cutting in closer on it. So like I said, even if you get back to 20 yards, that's going to be a tough. I mean, certainly I could hit one, but it just dials, everything starts to dial in closer. You start seeing the differences, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The further you go out, you start seeing major differences, and that's going to be the overall advantages of the Atlatl when you're talking about extended range as opposed to being up in the brush. But that's also what makes this so handy hunting something like hogs, because sometimes we're in a little bit more open country and some tall grass, and then other times we're in real thick palmettos and there's not a chance I'd be able to throw. You want to do one more?
Kinda, yeah.
Do it. You'd have stuck a bison probably. It's interesting though, because you can see how it's got such an arc and it lands down in. So I mean, you're really just kind of maxing that out. All right, so now we're going to run this at about 30. That's a long throw for anything. So of course, obviously, we're not looking at hog stuff here. We're looking at megafauna and just showing some plausible differences, flight characteristics, how the Javelin lands compared to the Atlatl, that kind of stuff. Oh, it wasn't too bad, but it definitely lands sideways, doesn't it? That's tough. Oh, right through the center. Pretty hard to beat that one.
We're down to the last night, and it's starting to get pretty darn dark, and opportunities on hogs have been pretty slight. And we found this little group of just little ones, no big ones in it. They're all pretty much about the same size. They're feeding out here in this pond, kind of around the cows even a little bit, which is making it even more difficult. But since it's the last night, we don't have much for opportunities, and this is a subsistence style of hunt. Gonna have to really take our chances and try to make this one work. I think this is a opportunity for the Atlatl.
Should we try or no? I mean, I can lob one. Do we have anything to lose at this point? It might go this way. It's a long shot, but sometimes you can probably get closer to the car right now. Probably. You just gotta pay attention to your eyes. Like you got the one right there. Watch what they do. That hog's going down. Go get that hog. Get that hog. Get that hog. Get that hog. Stick him. We just got one. Can you believe that?
Dude, that was a lobber. That was a lobber.
Can you believe that? Let's get this thing killed here.
Oh, it's dead, Ryan. There's
It's
blood
dead. It's
pouring
dead.
out of it.
I saw when it hit back there. Yeah. Oh, and it's through its lungs here. Yeah, it's sucking chest wound now. That is unbelievable, my man.
That was about as cool. Oh, look at that.
The power of the Atlatl right
Look at
there.
that.
Chunk that thing. That's it. Dead little hog. How far was that throw? 30? I mean, you don't get another chance. The one spooked, all the cows were running off. There's such big points on the end of it. You hit one this size. When I saw it hit, the blood was just running. And I was like, yes, sir. We got that hog. And then he ran it down and finished it off. I think it would have died anyway, but
it was done right there. But...
yeah, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that just happened. That is the craziest.
That was the longest throw I think I've ever seen. And I was like,
We were just sitting out today talking about throwing 30 yards, and I was like, well, I mean, I made some good hits on that paper. I was like, let's let it rip. Let's see what happens. You're going to hit it or you're not. You know, and sometimes God wants you to have one, so he's just going to take that thing and put it right where it is. That's it.
I think you can hear my jaw drop on the video.
I just heard that chunk. I think I was just like, I just killed that.
It took a second for the damn thing to get there. I'm like, come on now.
Airmail. Shoo. Wow. That house going down.
That was cool.
That is crazy. Yep. That's that new Flint Ridge point too. That's so funny. You're packing that spear around. That's impossible, man.
That was wild.
That was a chunker right there.
That was wild.
It hit that iliac area.
It hit.
Yeah.
Where this
Spin it over. Yeah. It hit that exact.
Right there.
That's
and
it.
It went in.
Yeah.
It went in.
That's that whole aorta iliac split. I saw the blood running down it. It was running away.
Yeah,
I was like, it's
pouring.
smoked. I was like, just make sure we get it. Kill that hog.
It ran right back to me. I missed it with the damn spear.
Yeah. Well, you got it again now.
Yeah, but I didn't throw it. I just jabbed it.
Yeah. I can't believe that. Spear hunting, man. Spear hunting. We got to get you to into like a good size one. That's just a little one, but it's still, that's just crazy to get that. Subsistence hunting's what that is.
That was very cool.
That is crazy. Oh, you don't have points on either of them now.
No, one of them's in there.
Yeah, you got one more good spear. So, well, huh? All right, I reckon that's that. We're gonna have to take a picture now or something.